Hey loves, welcome back to my channel and welcome if you are new. My name is Tyla and today is our journal session series episode 11. This is an interactive series where we journal together and I offer you time and space to write out your answers as well as share mine. So today's prompts are all about healing, so let's get into it. Alrighty, so question number 1, how do you feel about yourself at this moment? So when it comes to these journal sessions, I always try to stress the fact that it's important to be honest with your answers. When you see the questions appear on the screen, the first thought that comes into your head, write that out because that is your most authentic answer. And be really open about how you feel about these questions. Now, I wanted this question to be the first one because it's really important to every now and then do self-check-ins. So asking yourself about how you currently feel about yourself. What you think and feel about yourself is extremely important because it also carries out into how you carry yourself throughout the day, whether it's in your interactions, the way that you show up for yourself, the care that you put into yourself, into your career and your work. And in all honesty, most of us have insecurities or just things that we don't necessarily like about ourselves, things that we want to fix about ourselves. So it's important to actually analyze what those things are instead of ignoring it and just kind of pushing it down to the surface, because this way it helps us to overcome the challenges that we may face. It helps us to really step out and be that best version of ourselves and accomplish the things that we want. When you do actually feel good about yourself, you work better, you have better connections, you're happier, and you start to pour into yourself a lot more. So for me, the answer that I wrote is that I am proud of myself, but I know that I need to be more patient with myself. I know that I have to be patient with what I struggle with at times, and I do love myself and come a long way in regards to my spiritual and mental health. So on to number 2, write a letter of encouragement to your body. So the body is one thing that I really feel like we take for granted. And with us living in today's society where everybody wants to look a certain way physically, it's really hard for most people to accept their body and just how their body is and how their body looks. And we get lost in how it looks and not really being grateful for the fact that we have a body, that we have this vessel, that we are breathing, that we are living. Most of us, we have both arms and legs. We have our eyes. We can smell. We can, go, travel, walk, run, do so many different things. And although there's nothing wrong with wanting to alter your body in, certain ways and doing what makes you happy with your body, I think that is also important to express gratitude just as much as we try to figure out how we can improve our body and ourselves, and just taking the time to be grateful because there are so many people that are not able to walk, that don't have both arms. So taking time to stop and give words of encouragement to your body will also really help you with your self-confidence, because a lot of the time we're just our own biggest critics and we constantly are figuring out what can we do to be better and not being grateful for where we are in the present as well, which is just as important. So for me, the answer that I wrote, I started off with, Dear Body, I want to start by thanking you and expressing my gratitude for every breath. Although I may be insecure at times about you, I am loving everything about you. You are unique and I am grateful for this vessel because without you, I wouldn't be able to do the things that I love. I will take the time to nourish you through healthy foods and hydrating, as well as taking the time to move my body and release all stagnant energy. So for number 3, write a letter of encouragement to your mind. As humans, our minds are so powerful and there's so much that we can accomplish just with the mind alone. And this is what kind of just sucks about most people in today's society, because of the fact that society is constantly telling us, how we should think, how we should move, what we should do, how we should be. We don't use our mind for good. We don't usually use our mind for its full capabilities. And if you are somebody that struggles with mental health like me, it's even harder because of the fact that our minds can trick us into thinking that we're not worthy or that we can't do things and it's not possible. Or just, our minds can tend to feel like it's our biggest enemy at times. So something healthy that I like to do for my mind is brain dumping. So for me, what I do when I brain dump is either first thing in the morning or just any period of the day where I feel like I'm too in my head or I feel like I can't concentrate. I'll just write out everything that comes to my mind. I don't let the pencil or pen come off of the paper until I feel like my mind is completely clear. Brain dumping this way will really help you to clear your mind, especially at the start of the day. It'll help you to start with a fresh slate, because we have so many unneeded and unnecessary thoughts throughout the day. It's really hard to control them if you're not present and you're not actually consciously trying to control them. So definitely try this in the mornings. It really helps a ton. I always make sure to prioritize my mental health before anything, because at the end of the day, if you lose your mind, you lose every single thing. And with the brain, it's so complex in the sense that if you experience certain traumas or you just go through certain things, it completely alters the way that you perceive the world. It alters the way that you perceive life as a whole. So you have to be extremely careful when it comes to certain things that you experience and how you're feeling mentally, because you can go to a dark place really fast if you're not careful. So the answer that I wrote started with Dear Mind. I know that we have went through a lot throughout these past years. The experiences that I've had often made you feel incapable, inferior, and out of touch, but you are so beautiful in your complexity. Thank you for helping me to remember the important things and keeping store of all the beautiful experiences I've had. I know at times you may go to a dark place, but you always find the light. Remember, you can always shift these negative thoughts and beliefs at any moment, and you are capable of powerful things. So on to number 4, what has your pain taught you? Now for this question, if you know that you may be a bit pessimistic at times, it may be hard to understand the fact that your pain has maybe taught you things, but in all honesty, pain does really teach you things, and it does really help you to grow, although it is a uncomfortable way of growing and learning, and it does hurt a lot, but there's so much to find and to learn within your pain. I've went through certain things that I honestly did not understand why I was going through it at the time. For me, I was trying to find every possible reason as to why I may be going through that situation. And there was times when I couldn't find a reason, and it would just be like, man, like, I really just don't understand this situation. What could come out of something like this? What can come out of me experiencing the worst thing ever to happen to me? But being on the opposite end now, seeing and looking back, I learned so much, and I honestly would not take back anything that I've went through. Even the worst things that I've experienced, I would not take it back. I don't regret nothing, and I wouldn't be who I am today if it wasn't for me going through those things. It's really taught me how to not only love myself, but how to care for myself, how to be patient with myself, how to just understand the world more, people more. And those situations really taught me how to be resilient and how to overcome challenges and how to be strong throughout anything that I experience. Now I feel like I can just take on the world. I feel like there's nothing that I can experience that I can't make it through. And in all honesty, this is how you should view your pain. Don't fall into the victim mindset. Most people, that's where they mess up, because they fall into victim mindset, and when they experience something, they're the victim, and now they hate the world. They project that onto other people. They, become angry. They become cold and bitter. But in all honesty, when you do that, you're missing the purpose of why you experience certain things. And although you may not understand it at this given moment, if you are going through something, I promise you're gonna see why you are going through that situation a year from now, months from now. And it's gonna help you if you allow it to help you, if you allow it to bring about the change that it's trying to bring in your life. Because at the end of the day, everything does happen for a reason, even the worst things. And I fully understand that now. So my answer is that my pain has taught me how to stand strong in the face of adversity. My pain has helped me to awaken to who I am and the power and resilience that resides within me. My pain has helped me to tap into my true potential and become the best version of me, and I am grateful. And last but not least, are there any feelings that you're holding back from experiencing because you're afraid they're too raw, hard, or difficult? So I wanted to end this session off with a really good and thought-provoking question. Now, when I started my healing journey, it's really helped me to realize what about myself I was holding back. And not only that, but after experiencing certain traumatic events, I started realizing what it was about myself that I was scared to experience. For example, experiencing love again, or genuine friendships and relationships and connections. It's really challenging, honestly, to be open again to new experiences and to become vulnerable again after experiencing certain things, because your heart and your mind just wants to protect itself. So it's gonna kind of trick you out of having certain things or experiencing certain things because you get scared that you're gonna go through the same things again from the past. It's completely normal, honestly. But the thing is that sometimes we screw up opportunities for ourselves and we miss out on things that can honestly be beneficial to us. And we also miss out on things that have the potential to bring us true and genuine happiness. So the key, honestly, is to work through whatever these feelings are for you that you struggle with experiencing, so that we can allow ourselves to be open to receiving the things that we really do desire. So for me, the answer that I wrote is that the feelings that I hold back from experiencing at times are trust and love. Now, to end this video off, I'm going to leave you guys with a little bonus question that you can do on your own. And I want you to really take your time with this one, but I'm going to leave you with, what are some things about yourself that you really enjoy and love? So that is all for this video. Thank you guys so much for joining me for today's journal session. And if you journaled with me, I am so proud of you. You guys deserve everything that you desire. I love you. Subscribe, like, share, and I will see you guys in my next session. Peace out.